Do you know genotype have caused something harm than could in most marriages? Back then, during our grandpa and grandma, they would just get married to each other without checking genotype or blood group. And that was them. Now, we are now in advanced life. Before you get married, make sure you check your genotype and blood group. Make sure both you and your partner are compatible before you get married to avoid something drastic in future. Welcome to another episode of Brass Talks. This is, in case this is your first time of watching, this is Browse. And if you have been watching, please keep watching, keep commenting, keep liking, and don't forget to subscribe. Today, guys, we'll be talking about genotype, and I'm not doing this alone. I'm doing this with a friend and a colleague. So you guys should stay tuned. Welcome back, guys, to Browse Talk, where we talk about anything related to Earth. Like I said earlier, today we'll be talking about genotype, and I'm not doing this alone. I'm doing this with a beautiful colleague and a friend. As you all know, nurses are extremely exclusive. Can you please meet my viewers?
Hi, fans of Browse Talks. My name is Dorcas Adini, and yeah, I'm a nurse and we are friends. I'm so honored to be doing this with you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Can you please tell us anything you know about genotype, what genotype means to you?
So I like to start with definitions. The genotype, by way of definition, is the type of your gene. Okay, that was a joke. Genotype is the genetic makeup of an organism, and now we're talking about human beings. So the genetic makeup of an individual. So that's it in basic. I am sure you have heard terms like AAAS, SS, SC, and all of that. So those are genotypes. Some people mix it up or confuse it with blood group, but those, like what I already outlined, are genotypes. When you talk about blood group, you have A, B, and O. It can either be it's A, B, and O basically, and then we have the resource factor, which gives the sign, whether plus or minus, or whether positive or negative. Rather.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Blood group can actually be negative or positive. Most people, like she said, most people used to bring genotype and blood group together. Most people think both is the same thing. Both is not the same thing. Genotype is different. Genotype is your own gene, while blood group is your own blood
Type.
Your blood type. That's what is blood group means. So can you please tell us more? How can you identify your genotype? How do you know that I'm AA, I'm AS, I'm SC, different kind? How can we achieve that?
Okay, genotype is known by genotype testing, basically. So you go to a lab, you ask that you want to do your genotype, and then you just run the test. And some places even give you a card where you can always present, which you can always present anywhere. So, like a place I worked, they give you a card that you carry, it belongs to you, just take it anywhere. So when you need to present or when you're asked your genotype, you just show it. So yeah.
You know, back then, during our forefathers, they would just get married without knowing their genotype or blood group. And things flows is not as complicated as this 21st century. What can you say about that?
Well, back in the day, they had no knowledge of genotype or blood group, and it might seem as though nothing happened, everything was fine. But we know and we read of stories where they call a child Ogbanje because the child was always sickly or the child just died. And so, if you look closely, you can trace it to the child having sickle cell disease or one thing or the other. So yeah, it might have seemed like they were fine, and like I said, they didn't have the knowledge. Now that we do have the knowledge, we should not be ignorant. The time of ignorance has passed. So now it's time to wake up.
But I guess then the food, then they eat more of natural foods than processed food. I guess the food helps them a lot then, because I noticed in this 21st century, the way SC used to have crisis is a lot, and then it does not happen like that.
You have a point there, though, because even if, imagine back in the day, imagine there's a child who is sickly or who has sickle cell disease. Yeah, the child is sick, but they eat well. So we know that sickle cell disease patients usually have low blood level, anemia. But then, back then, they eat a lot of vegetables and fruits, which would boost the blood level. But right now, these days, we just eat processed food and all of those things. So we do not so many people eat so much of nutrient building foods and stuff. So I think that can be the factor.
So guys, can you hear? I hope you are learning one or two things about what he has talked about. Now we'll be talking about genotype combination. If gene A married gene B, what's going to be the outcome? What's going to be the effect? Basically, we have 6 types of genotype: AA, AS, SS, SC, AC, and CC. What will happen if AA marries AA? If AA get married to AA, they will definitely give birth to AA because they have only one gene, which is A. Nothing coming through is AA throughout. AS, who AS can get married to? If AS get married to AA, they will give birth to AA, A and AS. That's because it only have A and S. So all their children will be AA. Is either AA or AS.
So there's like a 25% chance that each child would be AS, but is not so likely basically. So 25% chance.
SS, when we talk about SS, that's sickle cell. Sickle cell can only get married to AA. Don't even try to dare it. SS, if SS gets married to AA, all their children will be AS, 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 AS. They don't even have the chance of giving birth to AA. Because when they cross match, it can only be S and A, S and A, S and A throughout. And when we talk about AS and AS, if AS and AS get married to each other, it will be AA, AS, SS, AA. They have 25% chance of giving birth to SS. Don't say it's because of 25% chance that is something normal. That 25% is risky. See, in scientifically, it's 25%. God is the one doing it. It can even give birth to SS throughout. Trust me. So don't even risk it at all. It's very that 25% can be dangerous. It's very dangerous. Don't go about it at all. Please, no try am. And we have AS and SC. If AS and SC give birth to each other, it will be AS, AC, SS, and SC. When you do the cross match, it will be AS, AC, SS, and SC. SS and SS, 100% chance of giving birth to SS. Is 100%, no doubting, no doubt am. Oh Lord, straight is 100% chance of giving birth to SS. So don't try it. Love should not cover you and SS to get married. It's very risky. Your life will not be the same. And CC. When you talk about AS, they have AC, SC, AC, and SC. That's what they will give birth to.
So we talked about the compatibility thing, and I just wanted to point out that the person with AS is a carrier of the S gene, and that's why two carriers of the S gene cannot come together in marriage or to have children. And then it's very rare, but AC is also a genotype like we outlined earlier, and then they are also carriers of the C gene, which is also prone to issues. We'll get to that soon.
Okay, can you please enlighten us about SS and SC? Why do they fall sick? Why do they have crisis spontaneously?
So normal red blood cell should be shaped like a circle, but with the S gene, with the sickle cell disease or the hemoglobin C disease, which we see in SC or CC people, the blood cell is not spherical like it should be. Rather, it's sickle shaped. And so as blood flows through the body, their sickle shaped blood cell could get stuck somewhere. So it could get stuck in maybe the knee, and that's why they will eventually have knee pains, joint pains, and all of those things. And that's why we often encourage them to take a lot of water, hydrate, and all of those things, eat healthy, and all those stuff. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. How can we avoid people giving birth to SC? How can we avoid that actually?
By getting married to who you're compatible with.
Are you not telling me ladies should be picky when they're in relationship, or what are you trying to say?
I'm not saying you should be picky, but this is just it helps every advice, every health thing, every advice is just given. And then it's up to you to take the advice or not, basically. Nobody can force it down your throat. But we have heard so much about people saying, we'll pray about it. God will change our genotype. We'll fast and pray. But honestly,
Nothing like
like
that.
you said, love, love, people say love is blind, but
Love is not blind. Now you dey blind the love. Oh, I beg, love is not blind.
At all, at all.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
I was going to say that often you are in practice, basically, I've never seen a sickle cell disease patient that has both parents with them in the hospital.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
never see both parents. So as much as people would getting into the marriage will say love will conquer everything, we'll get through it.
And we later get
People
tired.
that marry doctors they eventually separate when the crisis becomes so much. You'll see people that will say as soon as money comes into their hands, that's when the child will fall sick. How will that marriage stay together? I mean, so be wise.
But there are some people that they are in relationship like 8 years, 10 years relationship, and when about getting married, you're not going to check their genotype in the hospital and to find out that they are not compatible. What's going to happen in that kind of relationship? Are you telling me they should separate, or is it love that will conquer everything? What's going to happen in that kind of situation?
It's gonna be hard. It's going to be hard, certainly, but the truth is you do not want to bring children into the world to suffer. Like you do. The thing is, parents even now get so frustrated with having to spend nights in the hospital that you will never have a life on your own eventually. You spend all your money taking care of this child. Bone marrow transplant is expensive. Except you want to start saving up for bone marrow transplant before you get married. I mean, that's exhausting when there's somebody else you could actually get married to. So the best thing is to actually just take this health information and just be wise, like I said.
Okay, but do you know good genotype? People will say AA is a very good genotype that people should go
Like the
for,
best type.
like the best genotype. Are you not telling me? But I used to have AA people, they are prone to malaria. They are prone. What is the cause of that? Is it true?
Well, I, for one, I'm not certain about that. But the truth is, many AA people want to marry AA, and on that table.
As for me, I've read a book, and AA, they said the kind of blood they carry, it attracts mosquitoes a lot. That's why they are prone to malaria. I don't know how true it is.
And the other day, somebody was saying mosquitoes are usually so many in the hospital because they like the blood smell of blood attracts them. So maybe there's something in the AA blood that actually attracts.
So AA people, both ladies and men, please try not to be stingy.
Share.
It's not like AA will now get married to AA now. What will happen to SS, SC, AS?
They deserve love.
They deserve love too. Please, just try. Don't AA want to marry a kind now. You can just
Be generous.
generous. Marry other type of genotype so that SS will not keep marrying SS and AS will not keep marrying AS. People used to say AS can marry AS. Actually, it's true. AS can marry AS. But you see the S gene in both of them.
There's a 25% chance that
And
each
that-
pregnancy will result into a SS child.
Before you can even get that
Take that
AA,
risk.
don't take that. Before you get AA, that you give birth and the child will be AA, you might have abort or
Yeah, in
Give
developed
birth.
countries where you can check the child's genotype. But Nigeria is not a developed country. I've not reached that stage.
Yes.
And even in a developed country, if you are not pro-abortion, then you wouldn't want to.
even though you don't want to be aborting,
Exactly.
please just avoid the S gene. It's not that S gene and S gene will now come together. It's very risky. That 25% can be frustrating. See, trust me. I mean, we are nurse and we work in hospital. We have seen different kind of thing, different kind of experience. Ejo, please avoid it. If you are AS, if you are SS or SC, let people know before you even enter the relationship. Your first night, first date, what is your genotype? Are we compatible? It's not like that's your first date question. It's not like you now be dating for like 3 years or 2 years. Genotype will now come in. You know, like we are going to give birth to a being like that. don't give birth to Abirun, please. I just got to beg you. Just try as
Human
much as
beings, I
possible. Love, there is love, oh, but love does not conquer everything. Sometimes love will not be enough to maintain a relationship or a marriage. Love is not enough. Love is not everything. No, just try as much as possible.
Your child will not even be going to hate you for bringing them into the world. You do not want that.
Thank you so much for doing this with me.
Thank
I
you
really
for
have.
having me.
My viewers also appreciate it. Do you have any advice or anything you want to say?
So we have begged you so much, and we will certainly not come and drag you out of that relationship that has to end because of your future generation. But we just ask that you do the needful, basically. Thank you.
So guys, please, you know how we do it, right? Don't forget to like. If you have any opinion about this or you have your own opinion, please drop it in the comments box. Let's share, let us rub eyes together. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at @I am_browse. Thank you so much.